is my honor and pleasure to introduce to you the 45th and the 47th President of the United States of America, Donald J. Trump.
Déjà vu, déjà vu. Here we go again with the same old fool. Hope you understand what the gang gon' do. Put our boots to the sand and we march on cue. Pen to the pad, I'ma scratch this truth. Ain't no comeback, stay ready in the booth. Knew from the last time I would need to keep a stash of this revolutionary rap and these mad rhymes. I'm not shocked, but still I'm pissed off. The realest roll call wherever you are. Time to come out, time to come on. Word to June Jordan is so important. Silent minorities we report and come for the meeting at this tree. Ain't even planted yet, we see. Bountiful branches, yes we be. Chilling in the shade of a liberated dream. We a different kind of breed, we don't look at what we see. We seeing what we dream and we never will appease anybody still trying to vote their way to being free. My loyalty is not to nation or democracy. Evil is to leave or voted democratically. Majority is cruel, so we only need a few. Revolutionaries ready with compassion and the truth. Take a breather, eat some food. Please take good care of your soul. This a marathon of love and prepare for the longest road. We all about that action. We be praying with our shoes. Get to step in every weapon formed against us finna lose. Déjà vu, déjà vu. Same old hate, but the love stay new. Same old lies, but the real stay true. Same old fear, but we still gon' move. Déjà vu, déjà vu. Same old fear, but we still gon' move. Same old lies, but the real stay true. Same old hate, but the love stay new. Déjà vu, this ain't new. 2016 or 3024, 1492. There will never be a time without work to do. I pray you remember the vision despite the conditions, the stubborn ambition. They stayed on a mission from suffrage of women to the abolition of slavery. Activists remain courageous with their demonstrations and artists created with bravery. All of the chiefs and the tribes resisted with pride. Oppressed populations, they got organized. Empowered the people to fight for their lives. Many before us who met their demise did the impossible before they died. It's disrespectful to say that I'm hopeless when hurdles they face were much greater than mine. Rome wasn't built overnight, but the empire falls in the blink of an eye. Don't be discouraged, no kingdom's eternal but God's. Truth is much greater than dictators' lies. We getting closer, I'm smelling the light. Love isn't wasted, whatever you gave it. You're planting a tree and it never can die. Déjà vu, déjà vu. Same old hate, but the love stay new. Same old lies, but the real stay true. Same old fear, but we still gon' move. Déjà vu, déjà vu. Same old fear, but we still gon' move. Same old lies, but the real stay true. Same old hate, but the love stay new. Déjà vu.
The golden age of America begins right now. My proudest legacy will be that of a peacemaker and unifier. That's what I want to be, a peacemaker and a unifier.
CNN is scum. MSDNC is scum. The New York Times is scum.
He was Sleepy Joe, but he was crooked as hell. He was a sleepy, crooked guy. Terrible, terrible president. He was the worst president in the history of our country. I don't care, I'll say it. A peacemaker and a unifier. She was only promoting Indian heritage. I didn't know she was black until a number of years ago when she happened to turn black. We have removed the poison of critical race theory from our public schools because we're getting wokeness out of our schools and out of our military. And our country will be woke no longer. We've ended the tyranny of so-called diversity, equity, and inclusion policies all across the entire federal government and indeed the private sector. That's what I want to be, a peacemaker and a unifier. I want to just make one little personal statement. Teachers to me are among the most important people in this country. We're going to take care of our teachers. In a few moments, I will sign an executive order to begin eliminating the Federal Department of Education once and for all. But we're going to shut it down and shut it down as quickly as possible. It's doing us no good. We have more liquid gold under our feet than any nation on earth. I fully authorize the most talented team ever assembled to go and get it. Drill, baby, drill. I withdrew from the unfair Paris Climate Accord. I withdrew from the corrupt World Health Organization. I also withdrew from the anti-American UN Human Rights Council. I renamed the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of America. The criminals, killers, traffickers, and child predators who are allowed to enter our country under the open border policy of these people, the Democrats, what they have done to our country by allowing these millions and millions of people to come into our country. They're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets. I'm telling you, these countries are calling us up. kissing my ass. 2,000 years ago, during the sacred week, the living Son of God entered Jerusalem in triumph. He's got the smallest neck I've ever seen and the biggest head. We call him watermelon head. How could that big fat face stand on a neck that looked like this finger? To the Savior of mankind who brought truth and light into the world, was betrayed, arrested, tried, beaten, and nailed to a cross. But Arnold Palmer was all mad. This guy, he took showers with the other pros. They came out of there, they said, oh my God, that's unbelievable. I had to say it. Whether rich or poor, healthy or sick, young or old, or in times of peace or war, Christians everywhere find solace and hope in the knowledge that Christ died for them and that they could be united with him in heaven. If you call a young woman beautiful, that's the end of your career, but what the hell, she was beautiful. I always say tariffs is the most beautiful word to me in the dictionary. And I was reprimanded by the fake news. They said, what about love? My fellow Americans, get ready for an incredible future, because the golden age of America has only just begun. It will be like nothing that has ever been seen before. Basically, have two countries. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. I know what the hell I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. And you know what I'm doing, too. That's why you vote for me.